Hey everyone. So you're thinking about starting a language school and building a website that'll actually get students excited to enroll.
Sounds about right.
Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today with this awesome guide we found from Site Design NOW.
Yeah, they have some great stuff on there.
It's got a ton of tips for language schools specifically. But honestly, a lot of this stuff applies to any kind of online learning.
Oh, for sure.
Like even if you just wanted to offer a few tutoring sessions on the side, you know? So
Yeah, this is going to be really relevant to a lot of people.
totally. And it's amazing how much thought actually goes into creating a site that not only looks good, but also really guides potential students toward actually signing up.
Right, like you can have the most beautiful site in the world,
Yeah.
but if people can't figure out how to actually enroll in your courses,
That's the point.
exactly, you're not going to get any
It's
students.
all for nothing.
Yeah, and that's really the main point of this guide. Like, it's all about creating a seamless and trustworthy experience, starting from the way you present your courses.
Yeah. And that's what really stood out to me when I was reading this guide. The emphasis on going beyond just listing the languages. They call it comprehensive course listings. And the idea is to give visitors literally all the details they need right up front.
Like everything.
Yeah. So imagine you're browsing for an Italian class, right?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to know the level, the
So-
length, even the price, all in one place?
Oh, absolutely. Think about it.
Yeah.
We've all been in that position, right? You're looking for a course.
You're nervous. You don't know what level you are.
Exactly. You don't want to send a million emails just to get basic info.
Yeah, just tell me the price.
Right. And having all those details available up front just shows that you respect people's time,
Yes.
and it just builds confidence in your program.
And it's hey, here's everything you need to know. No hidden fees, no surprises.
Exactly.
Which kind of makes me think about the next step, which is actually enrolling.
Oh.
We've all seen those online forms that are just a total nightmare.
Ugh, don't even get me started.
Too many fields, confusing questions, you just want to give up.
I know. And the guide really stresses how crucial it is to have user-friendly forms.
It's true. I never thought about it.
Think clear labels, logical flow, maybe even a simple contact for more info option
Oh, that's smart.
for those people who maybe aren't ready to fill out a full application.
And they're not ready to commit yet.
Exactly. You still want to capture those leads.
Yeah, give people options.
Right.
That's smart, giving people multiple ways to connect. But here's where things get really interesting. And this is something that sets language schools apart from, say, a bakery website or something.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Instructor bios.
Makes sense.
I'm curious, though, what actually makes a bio truly effective in this context?
Well, it's definitely a balance, you know?
Yeah.
You need qualifications. Of course, people want to know that their instructor is experienced and knowledgeable.
Right, you've got to have the chops.
Exactly. But it's also about showcasing personality.
So it's not just a dry resume.
No, not at all.
I'm just imagining bullet points and dates,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not exactly captivating reading material.
Yeah, exactly. Think about it. What would you want to know as a potential student?
Okay.
What's the instructor's teaching style like?
Oh, that's good.
Are they energetic and interactive, or more focused on grammar and precision?
Okay, yeah, that's important.
Maybe they have a fun fact about their connection to the language.
Ooh, like they lived abroad or something?
Yeah, exactly. Or have some family heritage, something to make them relatable and human.
I like it.
It's about making a connection.
So you're not just learning a language, you're learning from someone, and their personality plays a huge role.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
And that actually leads perfectly into the next thing we want to talk about, which is social proof.
Oh, perfect.
Let's get into it. And that's where the power of social proof comes in.
Oh, yeah.
You know those raving student testimonials that the guide talks about?
Mm-hmm.
You can talk about how amazing your program is all day long,
Of course.
but hearing it from actual students
Oh, yeah, that's way more convincing.
carries so much more weight.
It's yeah, you would say that. You run
Right.
the school.
Exactly.
But when you see someone who was once in the same boat as you
Yeah.
saying, hey, I was nervous too, but this program really helped me,
Right.
that's convincing.
That's the real deal.
And the guide suggests showcasing a range of experiences.
Oh, for sure.
Beginners, advanced learners, people who maybe struggled at first but then had a breakthrough.
Yeah. Show that variety.
It shows potential students that success is possible no matter their starting point.
Absolutely. Anyone can do it.
And it also taps into that emotional side of learning.
Oh, totally.
You're not just selling grammar rules and vocabulary.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You're selling the transformation that comes with mastering a new language.
That's a whole new world.
It opens up so many doors.
It really does.
Speaking of setting students up for success, though, the guide surprised me with its emphasis on placement tests.
Oh, yeah.
I always associated those with like big institutions, not smaller language schools.
Yeah, me too.
I kind of just figured it was an extra hurdle for students.
Another hoop to jump through.
Yeah, another form to fill out.
Right.
But the guide made me realize it's actually about matching them to the right level from the get-go.
Oh, absolutely. It's all about finding the right fit.
So you're not in over your head or bored out of your mind.
Exactly. Starting at the wrong level can be so frustrating.
Oh, I can imagine.
Like, imagine being a false beginner, stuck in a true beginner class, or feeling totally lost in an advanced group.
Yeah, you'd want to gig up immediately.
So a well-designed placement test makes sure everyone's in the right place,
Makes sense.
which leads to better engagement and ultimately better results.
So everyone wins.
Exactly.
And here's the cool part. This placement test idea isn't just for language schools.
Oh, really?
It applies to any kind of online course or tutoring situation.
Oh, wow.
Like, think about it. If you're teaching guitar online, wouldn't it be helpful to know your students' skill level before the first lesson?
Oh, yeah, that would make things so much easier.
It allows you to tailor your teaching approach and content right from the start,
That's super smart.
creating a more personalized and effective learning experience.
It's like that measure twice cut, once philosophy applied to education.
Exactly. And it ties back to what we were talking about earlier, building trust and demonstrating that you genuinely care about the student's success.
It's all connected.
It's about removing the guesswork for both parties.
Right. The student feels confident they're in the right environment, and you, as the instructor, can focus on delivering the best possible instruction.
This has been eye-opening. We've gone from basic course descriptions to the psychology behind testimonials to the unexpected power of placement tests.
I know.
And it's all about creating a website that's not just informative, but truly student-centric.
That's the key takeaway here.
Okay, so we've covered a ton of ground here.
We have.
If you're listening to this, you're probably feeling a little overwhelmed,
Yeah.
but in a good way, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, wow, I didn't realize there was so much to consider.
But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be overwhelming.
Oh, good.
The guide provides a fantastic framework, and you can always start with the basics and build from there.
Okay, so what does this all mean for you?
Right, like how do we actually apply this?
If you're building a language school website or any online learning platform, really, you've got a serious head start now.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, the key elements that make a site engaging, informative, and ultimately successful at getting those enrollments.
And as you start building, here's a final thought to consider.
Okay, hit me with it.
The guide kind of touched on this, but I think it's worth emphasizing. You know, it gave us all these great features, but what can you do to go beyond the basics?
Well, that's good, yeah.
What unique touch can you add that reflects the languages you teach or your specific learning approach?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like, even if we follow all this advice, there are going to be a million other language school websites out there.
A million.
So what makes yours stand out?
Okay, yeah, that's the big question.
Maybe it's incorporating cultural elements into the design? Oh, I like that.
Think about color palettes imagery.
Yeah,
Even the fonts you use can evoke a certain feeling.
that's true.
Or maybe you highlight the benefits of learning a specific language.
Benefits of...
You know, beyond just it'll look good on your resume.
Yeah, give me something juicy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like if I'm learning Spanish,
Yeah.
maybe the site design has a bit of that Latin flair.
Oh, I love it.
And the testimonials talk about how people use their Spanish to travel or connect with family members.
Yeah, it's selling the experience, not just the skill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think about your own learning experiences.
Okay,
What
Yeah.
would have made you instantly hit that Enroll Now button?
that's a good question.
What was missing from other sites you've seen? That's where the magic
It's
happens.
the secret sauce.
When you blend these solid principles with your own passion and insights.
So we're not just copying what everyone else is doing.
Exactly.
This has been such a cool deep dive.
It has been really fun. We've covered so much ground, and I feel like I've got a whole new perspective on what makes a language school website truly effective.
Me too.
And for anyone listening, remember, your website is your digital storefront.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
It's often the first impression you make on potential students.
Right. It's got to be a good one.
By focusing on these key elements, transparency, user-friendliness, and a dash of personality, you can create a site that not only attracts students, but inspires them to start their language learning journey.
Absolutely. And with that, I think we've covered just about everything.
All right, future language school superstar. We've given you the knowledge. Now go out there and build a website that has students saying ciao, hola, and bonjour to fluency in no time.
We believe in you.